Hello everyone, and welcome to part 5 in a series of videos I'm doing of an ATV trip across Newfoundland my friends and I did in September of 2018. In this particular day, I'm going to show you where we went from Deer Lake to Corner Brook. And in between we made several stops. We went to the Lomond Sinkhole, Cloudy Pond, Goose Arm, Cox's Cove, Old Man's Pond, and then we finally stopped at the River's End Motel in Corner Brook. So on this day, first thing in the morning, we were packing up and getting ready to leave and actually starting our engines. And I was parked right next to Paul, and I noticed this exhaust sounded really different, really loud, and I get out and checked, and I noticed the last plate on the end of his muffler was very loose and hanging off. There was 2 out of 3 screws were missing, and the third one was really loose. So we went around looking for some tools here to fix it up, to tighten up the last screw to hold it on until we could get to a hardware store to buy a few more screws for it. Throughout the rest of the day, every time we stopped, Paul checked that screw to make sure it was tight, and if it was loose, he tightened it up.
I got mine. Somebody did. The boys might as well all go to the gas station if they want.
Yeah, that's right.
I said the guys might as well all go to the gas station if they want, and we'll catch up. Yeah.
So when you leave Deer Lake, there's a convenient trail right behind the hotel that takes you into the main part of town. And then you have to drive on the road just briefly, and then there's another dirt trail that takes you all the way up to the Big Stop Irving, which is where we like to go first thing in the morning for breakfast. So as you can see here, it was raining this morning, and you know what, we didn't really mind. It was still warm out, and the nice thing about the rain, of course, is that there's no trail dust, and it only rained for about 2 hours, and then it stopped anyhow.
What's that? The Irving is... no, it's ahead of us.
After we got breakfast, we drove a short distance on the shoulder of the highway, took an off-ramp along the road until we get to George Arm Drive, I think it is. That takes us to Nicholsville, and then you drive through a subdivision, and that quickly turns into a dirt trail, which takes you north up to the Lomond Sinkhole.
Uh-oh. That bridge is out. Yeah, I think I can go to the right. Oh, I got back up. I'm in low. Oh, yeah. I hope nobody was driving that when she fell apart.
Some of you are probably wondering why I'm going so slow over something that looks to be so easy here. And it's because the day prior I broke off shear bolts on my sway bar on the rear. And if you're familiar with the sway bars on the Can-Am Commanders, they're these 2 big arms that are locked together, and if the bolts come out, which sometimes happen on these machines, the 2 arms kind of scrape against each other, and they make they won't really hurt anything, but they make a loud racket.
It's not that hard.
Listen here for this loud click noise.
Oh.
That's it. You can hear it again here, even louder.
Oh, yes. I don't know what the hell this is. Guess I'm gonna try to drive over it. I'm hoping there's no beaver in there. Oh, it's not bad. It's a nice view. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm not sure if I go left or right here. I think I'm left. Yeah, left. Oh, that's a pretty view coming up here. Wow. Deep. Not too bad.
You can see a new bridge that's going in the background there. Unfortunately, it wasn't done by the time we got here, but it really wasn't that hard to cross. I don't think I'd want to come through here, though, after a heavy rainstorm.
Slow we go. It's pretty steep on the other side, but not that bad. Looks like somebody hit that tree. Oh yeah, easy, easy. There we go. Oh, good. Just videotaping into my mirror. Yep. No, it's all good.
So far, we've driven all the way from Deer Lake up towards Weasel Pond, or Weasel Ponds. There's two of them, I think. And we stopped here for a few minutes for a break, and Bruce decided to throw up his drone and get some nice aerial footage here.
We'll go right from there, eh? Oh, yeah.
So after our break at the Weasel Ponds, we headed north up to the Lomond Sinkhole. It was only about another 10 miles from there. The Lomond Sinkhole is quite large, and I really don't know how big it is across or how deep it is, but it is pretty impressive, especially in person. Videos and pictures usually don't do it any justice. Now that we have the drone this year, we took a couple of videos that we were never able to get before, so hopefully you can get an idea of kind of the depth and the scale from some of the angles that we have here.
Just watch out for me.
Try not to hit that. Yeah, it's up a little bit.
Little steep. Buffalo's giving her.
You're smoking again. I'm smoking now. Now he's smoking really good. I think there's a Honda shop in Corner Brook.
Like not a USB, like an eliminator that gives you like 12 volt or
Yeah, I do, I think.
you?
Like, I don't have to plug it.
Yeah. Plug in a USB port into it?
You can rent that lodge you see in the background. It's called Cloudy Pond Outfitters, and it's on Airbnb if you want to look it up. We haven't stayed there. Maybe we will another year, though. We came across this lodge one time when we were exploring that area, and I hope they don't mind us using their deck to barbecue on. Shortly after we left Cloudy Pond, on our way south, we came across this river crossing. And depending on how much rain they get, it can be deep or not. This year it was pretty deep. And we crossed straight across. If we had went to the right towards the gravel rocks and stuff out in the middle, it wouldn't have been so bad. Still fun, though.
Deeper ahead, though. Holy, I'm getting deep. Oh, straight. Oh, I got water in my boot. Okay, hang on a second. Let me, I'll walk over and videotape everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Look out for that. Yeah, you're good. Listen to. Oh my God. Howie was up to his seat for a sec. Oh my God. Bill's, here we go. He's got her. I thought he was gonna hit that big rock I almost hit. Oh, he hit that, he got hung up on that big rock. Bob hit the same rock. He followed the same path. I thought he was going over.
I thought I was going for a swim there.
From our angle, Bruce and I thought Bob was going to upend his machine there when he hit that big rock, but when we were talking to Bob, he said, that's no big deal.
That was all.
You get what?
You get it on video?
You get wet? Did you get wet?
It's over my boots.
What's that?
It's over my boots inside.
Mine too. Oh my God, Bob, you hit that big rock.
You feel like you're gonna go? No.
You hit that big rock I was afraid you were going to hit because you were...
I was following John and he was stopped.
I thought you were going.
Then I got on that big rock.
Yeah, Terrence hit that big rock. I almost hit it in the on my way over.
Well, you don't know what's there.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to see it until you're right on it.
Yes, I backed right over Dan.
You what?
Almost right to his windshield.
What happened, Jim?
Just now?
Yeah. Backed up, I was right here.
Oh,
Man, that water was deep.
That should be a good video.
look at this guy.
This guy coming behind us had a camp just up the road, and he heard all the bikes came by, so he came out to talk to us and showed us the proper way to go where it was really shallow. We talked to that nice man for a few minutes, and then we got right back on the trail.
Follow the rocks, eh?
You know how to do it.
Wow, isn't that beautiful? By a lake?
We made a fast stop here at Old Man's Pond, just because it's such a nice spot. I am envious of those people who have trailers just around the corner from it. They'd be able to stay here in the summer and come out to this every day. That's right. Just to give you a quick recap, this is where the Lomond Sinkhole was. This is where Cloudy Pond was. This was the water crossing. This was the pond we were just at, and now we're on our way down to a place called Goose Arm, which is just unbelievably beautiful. And we have to drive down a really steep trail. It's not very hard going. It is really steep on the way in and out, of course, but it's totally worth the drive. It's only 2.5 kilometers.
At least the most scenic ones. Wow. Come pitch some tents down here. Yeah, I thought I saw truck tires. Is my light gonna clear that? Oh my god. This is even better than I thought it was gonna be.
The sun was starting to get a little low in the sky, so we decided we better get moving because we have a long way to go to get to Cox's Cove and then all the way back to Corner Brook.
It's kind of fun.
So we left Goose Arm and drove straight to Cox's Cove. As soon as we get to town, we stopped in at the local gas station, filled up, and then we drove down to the point, which is just not far from here, just to take some more beautiful pictures. And this trip is just one stop after another of beautiful scenery and fantastic views. If you love ATVing and you love the outdoors, this trip is probably for you, especially if you don't mind doing multiple day style all day long rides.
Good, man, how you doing?
This man in the Polaris Ranger, he brought his family out. They'd been following our trip all week across the island on my Facebook page, because every day I was giving updates of where we were and showing some pictures and so forth. And he lived close by. He wanted to come out and meet us, as he figured we'd be coming through this area around this time, and he was right on when we came through. The trail that we were on brought us out in the Hughes Brooks area right here. The last few kilometers was paved road, so we just took our time, stayed on the shoulder of the road, and then as soon as you get to the end of that road, you cross a bridge. Right at the other end of the bridge is our hotel. It's very convenient that it's right there, and that's why we like to stay there at the River's End Motel. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please click the subscribe button and the notification icon. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Part 6 is going to show us traveling from Corner Brook to Robinson's, where we spent the night at the Pirates Haven. And we also had to use the infamous muddy bypass trail to get through Corner Brook, and a few of us had to start the day at a local dealership. And we were also lucky enough to get a homemade breakfast and have a tour of the Humber River near Marble Mountain Ski Hill. I'll explain all that in the next video.